So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon from wherever you're watching me from. I'll be taking you on a road trip, and this road trip begins at Nakuru medical stage or medical area. This is near Nakuru Town, all the way to Barnubus. So, we are at medical area or medical stage, and we are going nicely heading towards Barnabas. So this is a section that covers approximately 20 kilometers, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, and now we at State House. Wherever you see those yellow drums, those are security barriers, and this is now the Nakuru State House. And now we are moving. On my right is section 58, and on my left is Naivas. Yeah, we are still in section 58 on my right, and on my left is now, this is where Nakuru High School starts. Yeah, this is Nakuru High School. It's on my left. So we are going through an overpass. There's an underpass here. If you can note, there's an underpass, and the underpass is meant to take you to Nyahururu. So this is where you have Nyahururu Road on your left, and we are now literally driving over the overpass. So the Nakuru Nyahururu Road is below us. Yeah, we have already passed the Nakuru Nyahururu roads and cruising now. So still in this, what is now on my left is called Naka Estate. Sorry, my right is Naka Estate, and on my left we have the famous Hyrax Hill, which is a prehistoric site that I think I've heard of. There are very many items that were discovered there that were used by the earliest man, dating as many as 200,000 years. Yeah, so it's a very famous prehistoric site. It was discovered by, I think, Richard Ricky. Now, still, my right is Naka Estate, and we're progressing well. So we almost reaching a free area. So free area is ahead of us. So there's a constant denominator in Nakuru, and that constant denominator is trees. And you'll see how trees makes an area very beautiful. So you see trees lining up both sections of the roads, and it makes the place very beautiful. This is something that I love about Nakuru. The government here, the county government, has considered trees, and they have planted trees, making Nakuru very green and equally beautiful. So we are already in I think this is now section 50. Sorry, free area. Free area is another estate. It's on our left. It's free area. It's a very famous estate. So those people who have lived in Nakuru knows free area, and it's one of those low income estates. although now it's developing, and I've seen apartments being set up here, and the face of free area is just changing. So the whole of this is free area, and I don't know why it was called free area. If you have a good, if you know why this place was called free area, was named free area, I think you kindly comment in the comment section and make us understand why it's called free area. Why is it free? Or was the land literally given free? That is my presumption. So basically now this is the free area center. Yeah, the junction on my right will take you to free area, and wherever this is the center now. And on my left is called on my left is Kiratina. It's another estate on my left. So basically now it's appear that previously this is where Nakuru town usually used to end, and from here there were no construction, but of late people have moved this boundary, and this area too are receiving a lot of investment, and there are very many housing projects that are coming up. There are people doing commercial building along the roads, and the serious investments coming up in Nakuru, and people here are serious with the investment. And the beauty of this is that as much as they are investing, they are maintaining the sanctity and the beauty of this town, because I have not been into such a beautiful town. This I can confirm. Unless Kisumu is another beautiful city, and it's quite beautiful, and leaders there are also very serious on maintaining the beauty of that city. But also Nakuru is another beautiful city. There is intentional emphasis on the city's beauty. And one thing about it is the trees. How the leadership in Nakuru are intentional about planting tree. But I also agree. I've heard this being said by other people, is that this is a culture that was passed by the white man. Remember that Nakuru was one of the towns that were that the white man loved and lived in during the colonial era, and some of those trees was planted by the colonialist. But after independence, that culture was not really dropped, and successful leadership continued planting trees. So basically, this is where Nakuru city ends. I probably figure, because you realize that at some point this is where the dual carriage ends, and now we will soon be joining a single carriage. This area is called Barnubus. It's an upcoming area. It has sprouted in the last I think 10 years, if I'm not wrong. Before that, this was just bare land. There were no houses, but recently I've seen a lot of activities around this area, and it's becoming a city on its own, and it's basically a satellite city. So it's a city that you find everything. If you're not interested in going to Nakuru, then this Barnabus is an area that you almost find here. Again, it's this area is the reason it's famous is because it's next to the pipeline depot. This is where we have the pipeline depot. So because of the many tankers that come to this area to pick their petroleum product from the tanks. In fact, it is called pipeline. We have a pipeline area. So a pipeline depot in this area. So another name for this area is pipeline. So for that reason, there is a lot of activity around this, and in their drivers, there are many foreigners who come to this area. Remember, uh, Kenya is a transit, and beside serving the Kenyan population, it's also serve Ugandans, Rwanda, DRC, Burundi, and Sudan. So those countries are landlocked. So and that's also the reason why you see a lot of trucks. These long haul trucks are not destined for Kenya hinterland. They are meant to take the cargoes to the neighboring countries. And you'll realize there are so many trucks, and this is one of the sleepover. If you have been on a long journey, probably from Mombasa, many drivers plan their journey to end at this point where they retire at the end of the day. So it's a busy town. So Barnabus, you also notice that the dual carriage has just ended, and now we are on a single carriage, which is two-way. So the one way has ended, and now we've joined a two-way road. And I think they have been a lot of confusion between what's the difference between a dual carriage and single carriage. This is an argument that we have had.